The kids are playing in the backyard, the parents are sitting on the patio, and all of a sudden my sister comes out with this huge vat of Kirkland vanilla ice cream. And the first thing that popped into my head was, can I eat something with the same brand name as the underwear I currently have on? It seemed wrong to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Costco. Do I have Costco people here tonight? Where am I, Costco? I love Costco. God bless you, Costco people. I think the only thing that bothers me about Costco is the traffic. And I'm not talking about the traffic in the parking lot. I'm talking about the traffic inside the store. Because God bless my Costco people. They will drive to the store obeying every law of the land. They drive on the right side of the road. They signal for turns. They park in the stall. They get out of their car. They get their cart. They walk into Costco, and every ounce of common sense goes outside their brains. They're driving on the wrong side. They're not signaling for turns, parking anyway. There are no rules in Costco. It is Thunderdome inside Costco. I mean, I'm sorry, but this is America. We shop on the right. You want to shop on the left? Go to IKEA. I mean, I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that if you were driving down the road and you looked over and saw a guy at a table with a hair cover on handing out sound, I refuse to believe that you would just stop your car right there, get out, and walk over. You guys, you're in Costco. Oh, hey, some of you don't even stop your carts. There are children in there. Mommy, shut up, there's baklava. It's just crazy at Costco. And then you get your cart, you get all your stuff, you go and you check out, and you head for the door, and you have to deal with highlighter guy. Now, for those of you that don't go to Costco, let me explain. Costco has installed a security measure where they've taken a guy and placed him at the exit door armed with a highlighter. And his job is to make sure that there's nothing in your cart that's not on your receipt. What are you going to steal from Costco? They don't sell anything smaller than a kid. What are you going to take that lifetime supply of toilet paper and put it under your jacket? Apparently, if he does catch people stealing things, he has to take them in the back and fill out a report. Not a lot of detail, just the highlights. A groan is as good as a laugh in comedy. It's okay. I was at Costco last week, and I don't know if you know, Costco sells clothes. Well, you know, but I don't know if other people... I'm kidding you. You look great. Kirkland sells jeans. And the Kirkland jeans have a leather patch on the back that says Kirkland Signature Authentic Jeans. Is someone knocking off Kirkland jeans? Is not Kirkland fundamentally a knockoff of everything else? Is there some guy in the Costco parking lot in the trunk of his car going, hey man, you want some Kirkland jeans? Got your size. You buy them from the guy out of his trunk, he sends you to the front of the car, his buddy's up there with a highlight. It is crazy in Costco.
I like traveling because it brings excitement to my life, because otherwise I'm a pretty boring person. I don't do much. I go to Costco. I hang out at Costco. Any other Costco people out there? Right? I never went as a kid because I grew up in a small family of 3, and you don't go when there's only 3 of you. You'll never be able to finish all that ketchup. It's impossible. It's not for your small family. But my wife, she grew up always going to Costco, and she loves it, so she's the one that got me into going to Costco. And it's a weird place to go with adult eyes, having never been there as a child. It's weird, because they give you guys samples of food that everyone already knows the taste of, and people still line up like, what? Is that mac and cheese? Are you handing out tiny thimbles of macaroni and cheese? Oh, yes. Get up there, get your rations. They give you some little stick to eat it with, like, no. Every once in a while, someone asks the lady in the hairnet stupid questions. Did you add butter to that? Did you add butter? Is that why it's so creamy and delicious? Did you add some butter? A little bit of butter? Did you add some? No? That's just regular Kraft macaroni and cheese? Oh, my. Wow. Can I get another sample? No? All right, easy. We're backing away. I guess we'll just get a crate of it. They bring in a forklift and bring it down. It's the weirdest place. It's the only place where they give you a sample this big. And you're like, can we eat this forever? Can you make that happen? You're like, oh, yes, we sell it by the crate. Nothing else works that way. You get a sample this big and you buy a pallet of it. Nothing else works that way. Imagine if other things did work that way, though. Imagine if, I don't know, that's how everyone got to pick their significant others. You get a picture of this big, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's the one. Are you sure? Uh-huh. Yep, that's the one. And then they just show up, just whop, and you're like, whoa. Did you add butter to that? Butter.
If you want to buy a pair of cheap pants, you don't have to go to the outlet mall, right? You can get them at Costco, right? Yeah, but no place to try them on. I had to go behind this can of salsa. It said right on the can, 5 garments or less. Costco shoppers, by applause, how many people go to Costco? Oh, yeah. Okay, now be honest with me. When you go to Costco, what's your favorite thing to do? Go ahead and yell it out. Samples. Me too. Don't you love them? I love the free samples. I mean, where else can you go and try some smoked salmon while you still have a chocolate chip cookie in your mouth? I love to watch people hover around a toaster oven like it's a craps table at a casino. Come on, baby, open it up. Papa's hungry. Come on, show me what you got. Turkey Hot Pocket, yes. I'd never buy Turkey Hot Pocket, but it's free and I must have it now. It doesn't matter to me if it's free. It's I want it. What's that? Tofu and gasoline. Okay, sure, I'll give it a shot. Beer battered squirrel, gluten-free, no kidding. We're scrounging around for tiny crumbs of food, yet in our carts we're shopping in case of a nuclear holocaust. Because you can't buy a jar of peanut butter. You have to buy Skippy and a drum. Circus elephants are going, I can't finish it, man. I got to about there and my trunk just gave out. I don't know what happened. I'm all backed up now. I gotta see a vet. I have a little niece who loves the cereal because when it's done, she gets to play in the box. They got a shampoo. It's this tall. It's got a foot pump. You just stand underneath it and do it. And Cara is in 100%. Honey, should we get the burritos? I don't know. We having Guadalajara over for dinner tomorrow night? What do you want to bet? 50 years from now, there's going to be an old man with his grandson. You know, Sonny, when I was a young man, I bought toilet paper at Costco. Haven't bought a roll since.
You guys shop at Costco? Yeah? Wow, that was way too enthusiastic. Do you guys all own stock in Costco or something? That's crazy. No, Costco's fantastic. I'm guessing you guys may have big families, so it's a great place to shop. I do too. Here's the thing. They check your receipt at Costco, and then they swipe it with a highlighter, right? You know why they do that? So you can't come back with that same receipt and get the exact same items for free. because clearly that was happening before. People were coming to Costco and the employee was like, weren't you here earlier? And they were like, oh yeah, I was. But then I got home and realized my family was twice as big as I remember. We're getting some paternity tests done, but in the meantime, I'm gonna need all these groceries. And I'll be back in half an hour.
By the way, I don't actually live in town. I live outside of town. I got a couple hundred acres of woodland upon which I built a log cabin from a kit. Did you know that's how you build a log cabin? The days of chopping down your own trees and holding them together with beaver dung are over. If you want a log cabin, where would you go? Where would you go? Where would you go? Where would you go? No, you don't go to Walmart. Went to Costco. That's where I went. Oh, there's a store. Big. You walk through the front door, can't see the far wall because it curves over the horizon. I was in a Costco. I'll tell you how big it was. You ever seen an airplane hangar? Giant buildings where they construct enormous airplanes. You can buy those on aisle 7. In August, I went to my high school reunion. I went to my 35th high school reunion. Has anyone ever gone? Anyone? You have a good time? Caleb, did you go? Consulting with all your consulting friends at the high school reunion? I did. 35. Went back to Long Island, New York. Went to high school. Stayed with my mom and dad. My mom and dad have been married for 59 years, and they still live in the house I grew up in. And I went and stayed with mom and dad. Just me, mom, and dad. For like a week. Seemed like a good idea for about 5 minutes. Before I realized mom and dad get up real early. Oh, they are up at 4 a.m. like roosters, talking really loud in the kitchen about how they're going to prepare their bread that day. That's a big day for mom and dad. Maybe they'll toast it. Maybe they won't toast it. Maybe they'll put jam on it today. Maybe they won't put. Are you guys bored by this? Because I had to deal with it for 7 days. You can deal with it for 10 more seconds, right? They buy everything at Costco. There's only 2 of them in the house, but they buy everything at Costco. I had to choke down 75 bagels the week I was there. Otherwise, it wasn't fiscally responsible what they've done. They love that Costco. I went with them. I have a Costco card too. I'm not bragging, but I do. I went with them to their Costco. I needed contact lenses. So I went to the Costco optical department with my parents. And the woman says, oh, your prescription has expired. We can get you another one right now. And you can get your contact lenses. So I went and I took the eye test in my parents' Costco. And the woman, female optometrist, she comes around with the whole apparatus. Better, worse. Then she backs off the machine. And she looks in my eye and she goes, is there a chance you might have gotten some feces in your eye? I'm sorry, what? She goes, yeah, because you have a little infection. Maybe you got some feces. No, I said, I heard you. I was just curious if this could have happened any other way, because I feel like you jumped right to that, and so you could have taken other steps on how this might have happened. Then you went right to, hey, did someone poo-poo on your face? And I was like, I don't know why you assume I'm that type of person, but... I don't know where that one fits in the parameter for the dirty material, but I changed it to poo-poo for you people. Yeah. I don't have any friends. I go wherever mom and dad go. I go with them. Wherever they go, I go with them. I don't have any friends back there anymore. I get in the back seat of that car like a child. They hold up the back seat for me. I get in the back. I wait for them to get in. You ever wait for 2 80-year-old people to get in and out of a car? It takes about 45, 50 minutes, bones popping and cracking the whole time. They go to the same 2 places every first stop. Me and my mom, we go to Michael's Art Supply. Not even open yet. We wait outside. In the parking lot, I asked my mom, why are we here so early? She goes, I don't think you get caught up in the rush. I said, is there a rush? People trapping each other looking for glitter? She goes, yeah, it's a bit of a melee around 11 a.m. I said, oh, I don't want to be a part of that. So. Mom and I get some scrapbooking needs. Then we go back to the kitchen table, and Mom and I sit and scrapbook for hours. It's fun. You guys don't seem like a scrapbooking crowd. I'll explain what it is. You put a fun picture in a scrapbook, then you put fun things around that picture to signify what's in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Saying I was putting a picture of tonight's performance. I'd put a picture of me. I'd put this lady coughing her coronavirus on my face.
My wife and I did take our relationship to the next level recently. We got a Costco membership. Yeah, marriage is till death, but 300 toothbrushes, that's forever. I had never been to a Costco. It's an amazing place. If you haven't been, it is a club. It's a very exclusive club. There's a membership process you have to go through. You have to stand in a line, and you have to give them $60. That's the whole process. And then you get in there, and it's a magical wonderland. It's like a dark mirror that shows you all of your bad habits, but magnified 1,000 times. I went in there, and I saw a brick of cheese the size of a car battery, and I was like, yeah! The expiration date said 3 weeks, and I was like, it's go time! Let's do this! Yeah. I haven't pooped in a month and a half, but I finished it. The money you save on toilet paper alone, it is an amazing story. It's wonderful. It's wild. They give you samples, which I find hilarious. Did you like that little bite of hot dog? Would you like 486 of them? Because you can have that. Yeah. They have an optometrist there, so you can get your eyes checked. I don't need my eyes checked. I need a cardiologist. Did you see my cart? I bought 43 pounds of bacon. I don't need contacts, but I'm gonna need a couple stints by the end of this week. The first time I was there, I walked in there and I saw clothes, and I thought that was so funny. I thought that was so ridiculous. I'm like, they have clothes at Costco. That is ridiculous. Who is buying clothes at Costco? And then I got my cart to the checkout, and I looked at all the food that I was gonna put into my body, and I said, wait, I'm gonna need bigger pants.
The most selfish thing that a human being can do is leave an empty shopping cart in a parking space. Yeah, if you've done that, shame on you. You're telling me you can meander 2.5 miles inside Costco, and the moment you get to your vehicle, you're like, not another step. Timed out my physical endurance down to this moment. Can't push it 20 feet, help everyone else out. But how about that Costco ID membership picture, all right? No amount of time ever goes by that I wish I looked like that Walking Dead version of my face. Costco's a $1 billion industry. They can only afford a camera with like 7 pixels. Is that the only thing that doesn't come in bulk? Like, they have better cameras they sell in the store. They could just grab one, write it off, and use it forever. But they don't. You know why? No one ever looks at that picture. It doesn't matter. I walk in, I flash in my library card. They don't care. This is a dumb idea in the first place. What, are they afraid someone's gonna sneak in and buy stuff?
I like to get, the best part. Papa John's, it's not even their pizza, it's the garlic dipping sauce. I'm a G-sauce man for life! Boom, boom, boom. You get two larges, you get those 4 sauces, and that little pepper, just a bonus. Papa John's takes care of you. Do you want this ridiculous pepper we've been storing for 17 years? Like, one time Papa John went to Costco and just went nuts in the pepper section. His employer's like, what are we gonna do all these no one likes pepperoncinis. These are uncut full pepperoncinis, John. Papa John. We'll give them one apiece and all of our pizzas for life. That's what we'll do. I'm a businessman. They're gonna love it. They're gonna eat their whole pizza, get rid of all their dipping sauce, and then dare each other to eat this ridiculous, dumb pepper. You gonna eat it? Eat it. You gonna eat the pepper? Remember in college when you'd come home and like all the Papa John's was gone and it was just sad boxes with peppers in it? I hate you guys. I hate living here. I hate this whole arrangement. I thought of pizza night. Garlic sauce. Last of the garlic sauce. That's pouring it into the hollowed out. I'm not dumb. I'm no dummy. It's a poor man's stuffed pepper. Garlic shots. That's what that is. Spicy garlic shots. I'm an inventor.
Those mothers were beautiful. And one of the moms, I go, how old are you? She goes, I won't tell you my age, but I'm about 25 years older than you are. I go, Mike, you look younger than me. She goes, well, I have a spa. You should come to my day spa, and I'm going to do a treatment for you. Now, I would never do something like this, but she said my favorite word, free. So I go in there, and she goes, we're going to do cryogenic face freezing for you. I never even heard of that. She goes, here's what it is. She basically blew a blow dryer on my face full of dry ice. 1 minute, she goes, that would have been $60. What did you think? I said, that would have been a ripoff. She goes, what do you mean? That's a really good treatment. I was like, no, because I'm older now. I'm smart. I know you get the same experience at Costco in the produce section. You know what I'm talking about. Where's my bulk members? That's what's up. Go in there in the summer, do your whole body for $65. You get a sample on the way out. You're good.
From Seattle, Washington, originally. That's where I grew up. I get to go home. Sure, thank you. More people than blueberries. I like it. I love going back. Every time I go home now, so I get to see my parents. They still live up there about 3 times a year. And every time I go home now, and I have this problem, though, because when I go home now, I haven't seen my mom in a long time. She's inched a little closer toward insanity. So, and it's not a gradual thing, because I'm not around her, so it's very jarring for me. It's like when you haven't seen a little nephew in a long time, they sneak up on you how much they've grown. That's like my mom, but with crazy. It's like, oh my goodness, Mom, last time I saw you, you were only like this crazy. Now look at you. What are they feeding you, lead or something? What's going on? Why are you freezing the milk? Yeah, she freezes the milk. You're like, why? Why would anyone do that? And I'll tell you why. She goes to Costco, right? She buys 9 gallons all taped together to save the 87 cents or whatever it is. Then it's just her and my dad in the house. She's lactose intolerant. They're never gonna drink that milk. I don't know who it's for. It's apocalypse milk, okay? So what are we, I don't know. And we didn't do that growing up. This is new. This is something she picked up like 3 years ago. I don't know from where. So now I come home. She don't even have a good, see, if you're gonna freeze milk, you need a system. Here's what you do. You put a regular milk in the refrigerator, just ready to go. And then as that gets used up, you move in a frozen milk to defrost, so you have a seamless milk transition. Now, right, I come home, and again, hadn't seen my mom like 6 months, right? And I open up and I pour myself a bowl of Cheerios. I'm in the kitchen. It's very nostalgic. It's kind of nice. You know, I'm very excited to have these Cheerios. I open up the fridge, you know, and I grab the milk. It's heavy. Oh, it's a good sign, right? You got a heavy milk, it's going down. Cheerio time. Unscrew the lid, turn it over, nothing's coming out. It's an iceberg. I didn't know what to do. What would you have done in that moment? Do you just set it out on the counter and wait 6 hours? I'll tell you what I did. I microwaved that milk. That's what I did. Yeah, and how long? How long do you microwave milk for? Nobody teaches you that in high school. I hit the popcorn button. I wasn't sure how long. There was no milk defrost. My mom is slowly and sadly losing her mind button to press.
I have an addiction that's ruining my life. I feel like I can be honest, okay? It's hard for me to talk about. It's called Costco. Costco is the only place you try to save money by spending everything that you have. My friends brag to me about shopping at Costco. They're like, man, come here, check this out. I saved so much money, I lost my house. I'm sleeping on toilet paper. I need help. That's why they pack your stuff in cardboard boxes before you leave. They know you're gonna be homeless. There's certain things that don't make sense at Costco. They have all those clothes for sale, but no dressing room to try them on. So I'm in the frozen food section taking off my pants. There's some things you just don't need to buy in bulk. I bought ketchup. I'm giving it out for Halloween. There's one reason I love Costco, and I want you guys to clap if you're on board. It's those food samples. Do you guys agree? Yes. You guys are my kind of crowd. I love those samples. It's where I take all my first dates. And anytime I see those free samples, I ask questions I never normally ask. I'm like, oh, are these organic? My cart is filled with beef jerky and cigarettes. That is all I'm buying. And anytime I eat one of those free samples, I always act overly excited. Like I'm trying not to hurt their feelings. Because my reaction is so ridiculous, I sound like an idiot. I put one in my mouth, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. What do you call it? Dorito. It's a good Dorito. There's one place I wish they had free samples that they don't. The pharmacy. That would be awesome. Because you don't know what you're going to get. My reaction would also be ridiculous. I put one in my mouth, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. What do you call it? Birth control. Can I get another one? It's for my neighbor, he's sleeping on toilet paper.
LAX, beautiful airport, isn't it? Always feel so safe there, don't you? Some guy from Al-Qaeda checking your ID. All right. I'll tell you, those X-ray people, they don't care who gets through there. I'll tell you who we need to get guarding our airports, those Sam's and Costco people. It's good luck getting in or out of there without proper ID. Just take those 6 cases of macaroni and cheese right back, fella.